Hello guys, my name is Dhruvil A. Today about my topic is from layer to motivational speaker. I continue my self-study program in my spare time. Will work full time as a layer to positive thinking was helping by attitude at work, but I felt I felt patience for my hobby that I never felt to my felt for my work, and I dream about the day I could walk away from my jobs. In 1989, after 4 years of university research about attitude and motivational concept, I agreed to present do some education seminar in e- e- evenings at a local high school. I was to be paid $13 for each two hours class, not the kind of money that lets you pick your day job. As I stood in front of the class to start my first seminar, I was pet-filled. My head was pounding and I was sweating, but somehow I managed. Oh, to just do it. The student loved the class and I got a real adrenaline rush from present, presenting the material that had realization my own life, and that had the power to do the sum for others. I was I was on my way. Eventually, the speaking phase grew a little larger. 1990, I decided to place out my law career over the next 5 years. This was not a simple decision. I had gone to 4 years of college and 3 years of law school to optional my law degree. On top of the head, I had spent 10 years of my life as a practice lawyer. When you have that much invested in a career, it is not so easy to walk away. Then of course there was many issues as a lawyer. I was on track to earn 10, 10 hundreds, 10 hundreds pound in a 5 years, and I'd be earning that much and more of the rest of professional professional career. Taking a stand. Although I was earning a little more income from my new hobby, I realized that I'd have a startup expenses in launching my new enterprise. Fortunately, dollars, and I had saved some money over the years. The supplements my income. I began to sell sell a line of merchandise with my unique attitude is everything logo, but there was no way to avoid it. I did have to take a financial step backwards to start my new business at latest in beginning, and yet it was time time to move on. I played as if I was beginning pulled out of the legal performs and into my new careers. Whenever I spoke to an auditions or wrote motivational essays. I was so invigorated and full of the life. I knew that's where I belonged, so I made a gradual translate working 4 days a week as a lawyer, then 3 days a week, and then 2 days a week. Unitly in 1992, I began working full time as a motivational speaker and writer. Trust me, my mother's was not really when I told her that I was giving up the practice of law, of speak about attitude. After all, it does not carry the prestige of saying my son is a liar. But these are issues you have to deal with when you take a stand in life. You have to face that fact that some people will disapprove of your decision. I also learned that you often have to let go of some things in your life and takes a 5 steps backwards before you can move forward in a new direction. Part of the price I had to pay was giving up the money, prestige, and security of my legal career. By the way, as it is turned out, my mother's become very supportive of my new career, especially when she saw that I was making progress and that I really enjoy my work. When I am telling you all this about my career transaction, it is not to impress you with words. I don't believe me. I made plenty of blunders and mistakes along the way. I am sharing my story because I want to you know how how disquali- disqualified my life changed and how much better it is got when I made a change in my attitude. Proof positives that indeed attitude is everything. Have you have you all benefits from this book? Some final thoughts before we launch right into these materials. These books can help you no matter how positive or negative you are right now. If if you are negative does not disappear, you can use this concept to develop and maintain a positive attitude and to achieve incredible breakthroughs in your life. If you are already a positive person, you can use this principle to share to even greatest height of the success and faithfully. I have spent more than 20 years researching why it is that some people success while others achieve disappointing result during that time. I have read 500 books and thousands of magician articles on attitude and success. I have listened to more than 3,000 hours of audio program. In addition, I have interviewed countless high achievers to learn their success secrets. More importantly, I have personally appreciate each and every success stranger that is described in this book. So I know from frustrated experience that's idea work and that they have the power of literally transform your life. Please don't misunderstand me. I don't claim to be a now. It's all on this subject far from it's I consider myself a work in program and continue to learn every. However, I know what it's like to have a negative attitude because that's the kind of attitude I had for the first 13 years of my life. I know what it's like to doubt yourself and your abilities because that's what it did for 13 years all the positive positive that I've made in my life are the result of practicing the principle you are read about in this book. Think, speak, think, speak, art, act. This book is conveniently divided into the three parts, and each part contains a series of lessons. So if you ever need uh, reinforcement in particular area, it will be easy for your to turn to that lesson and reread it. In part 1, success begin in the find will be focusing on the power of attitude and believe life to shape your destiny. You will learn how your success initialize depends on the way that you think. In part, what your words will converted on the way that you speak, how your attitude is defendable in your words and how positive language can help to proper your town towards your goals. In part 3, Heaven's help those who act will cover the final leg of our journey. Even if you think positively and speak positively, you won't achieve your dreams until your acts. You cannot sit back and just expect success to pay you a visit. In this section, you learn action steps that will turn your dreams into reality. When you think, speak, and act in way that support your success, you are firing on all cylinders and on the way to achieving phenomenal result in your life. You are about to embark on a journey that will bring your success and happiness beyond your wildest dreams. So let's go. Let's get started. Part 1, Success Beginning in the Mind. Your attitude is your windows to the world. It was just after 1 p.m. and Sarah was getting hungry. She had put in few productive hours of work at her desk and decided to get bites to eat and nearly by coffee shop. 5 minutes later, some walked into the coffee shop. It was in the lunch break. Some sat down at a table 5 feet away from Sarah. The same waiter served Sarah and some that afternoon. Each customer waited about the some amount of time before that wait took the order. Each of them reserved their mail around. Sometimes each of time was servant will prepared wholesome food and each waited the some amount of time for the waitress to deliver the check. But that's where the similarity ended. Sarah had walked into the coffee shop with a smile, a spearing in her step, and a very positive outlook on the world. It was a it was a plain for everyone to see her body's language and her posture reflected her optimism. Sarah had a digital full lunch, exchanged some pleasant conversation with the waitress, and went back to work with a recharged battery. Some on the others hand entraced the coffee shop with a scowl on his face. He looked like he had been shaking skiing on sure pickles all morning. He was hunched over and tense. His body language cried out, "Stay away from me." He was annoyed when the waitress did not take his order immediately. He was at how long it took for his meal to arrive. His complained about the food and was furious when did not get his check right away. Why did Sarah and Sam have such different experience in the coffee shop? Remember that each was treated in exactly the same way. It comes down to this. Sarah see the world with a positive attitude. Some see the world with a negative attitude. A definition of attitude: think of your attitude as the mental filter through with your experience that the world. Some people see the world through the filter of options, while others see life through a filter of pessimism. Let me give you some example to explain the difference between a positive attitude and negative attitude. The person with the negative attitude thinks I can it. The person with positive attitude thinks I can. The person with a negative attitude dwells on problems. Positive attitude concentrates on solution. Negative attitude finds fault with the others. Positive attitude look for the good in others. I could go 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 on and on with example, but I am sure you get the idea. When I take to ordinations about attitude, I often like to use word pictures. They help people to understand and remember what I said. Let me paint this the picture for you. Your attitude is your windows to the world. Everyone started with the clean mental windows. Let's let's take up high moments to discuss way. I say the that your attitude is your windows to the world. We all started out life with a good attitude, or should I say clean a clean mental windows. Just watch your young children. They are always lunching and Griggy line. They have a sunny discipline. They love to explore new things. Consider the attitude of the child who's learned to take when he stumbles and falls down. What does he do? I'll tell you what he does not do. He does not horn or blames the character. He does not point fingers at his mothers or fathers for giving him loosely interested instructions. He does not quite. Oh no, his smile gets up against and makes another attempt and another. He keeps going for a week and weeks within a positive attitude until he gets it's right. It's right. His windows is squarely clean and he feels like he can conquer the world. But but as you know, there comes a point their life started throwing some directed at our windows, and here's what happened. Our windows get flooded by questions from parents and teachers. Our windows get surrounded by ridiculous complaints. Our windows get simulated by rejections. Our windows get solid by disappointments. Our windows get clouded by doubt. The problem is the dread keep building up and all too many people do nothing about it. They continues to throw life with the flipped windows. They lose their entrance. They get frustrated and disappear. And the most tragically, they give up on their dreams all because they fail to clean their attitudes windows. That's the road I was traveling down. I had a dirty windows when was an extraordinary and he longers I stay in that phase. The filter my windows got ice no on possibility how could in my windows was splattered with the much of negative was your windows, but then by grace of God I learned that all head to down was clean of the windows. I had to improve my attitude so I could see the world cleaning again after I removed the grills from my windows. A new world opened up for me. The frustration and discipline left. I had more confidence for the first time in many years. I could see the magnification possibility that life had to offer, and I was able to make a career transaction and to do work they absolutely loves. When you really think about it, I am the brushes business of helping people clean up their windows to get the better attitudes. Do you see what I mean when the I say the attitude is the windows to the world can appreciately how your attitude affect the way you see everything in your life. More importantly, are you beginning to see those arise when where your windows needed to be to be washed? It's the your job to keep your windows clean up. Sure, I can give you a little increments and others people can continue to build the and nobody else can do you it's for you. You see you always have a choice. You can leave the film on your windows and look at life through a smelled glass, but there are consequences to that approach and they are not very friendly. You are got through life negative and frustrated.